Hello, I'm Richard Herring, and I'm Richard Herring. I look exactly like this, as you can tell. We look the same. Yeah, that's good. I'm 59 years old today. I'm delighted about that. Come and see Oh Shit, I'm 60 in about a year's time, I expect. Anyway, welcome to another Retro RHLSTP, a chance to catch up on stuff you missed, or to share with friends, or to watch again. We thought we'd put this one out a bit out of order, just because it's become mildly topical. This is with Count Binface. If you are in Clacton, and if you're watching this, you probably will vote for Count Binface anyway, but I hope you will use your vote wisely. I have to remain impartial, but Nigel Farage is the worst human being there has ever been, so please vote for Count Binface. Hope you enjoy these. If you want to become a badger, go fasterstripe.com/badges. You can see all the videos straight away, plus loads of other benefits. But just tell your friends about the podcast. That would be a big start. All right, sit back, relax, and enjoy another Retro RHLSTP with the first one with an actual alien from another planet. What fun this was. Hello, London. Welcome to the Leicester Square Theatre. Please welcome a man who has a dream. It's Richard Herring. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, you're much better than next week's audience. That's all I can say. Hello, welcome. Oh, dear. Just goes on, doesn't it? Welcome to Richard Herring's Leicester Square Theatre podcast. I was talking to Johannes Gutenberg the other day, the inventor of the movable type printing press. He was also in Three Men and a Baby. He calls it RHLSTP, as it's quicker than printing out the whole thing. It's a difficult... I wonder if that'll catch on. Welcome. We've still recently moved, so my life is in chaos. The other day I had a dream. It wasn't quite as good as Martin Luther King's dream. It was a dream where I looked down at my scrotal sac. And there was a hole in there I could see inside my scrotum, and I had two testicles again, but one of them was sort of a Cronenberg testicle, and they were sort of moving around in there, and it wasn't hurting or anything. But I thought, I better be careful if they come out of there. That could be painful. I wasn't worried about having a sunroof in my ball sack so much as I don't know what that's about. I can't imagine why I had that dream. But next Saturday I'm going in for my annual scan, so we'll find out if that's true. I've got 18 more months. If I can survive 18 more months, then apparently I should be fine for that one. I mean, something else will fucking turn up when it's. That's the way it goes. Moving house has made me very emasculated as well, which might be the reason for this dream, because it sort of shows up. All my inadequacies as a man and a human being. I'm unable to do any of the things that I need to do. I locked myself out of my bureau, and a man had to come from an antique shop to... He actually filed down a key. It took him ages, and he only wanted 20 quid for it. It was an amazing thing. A strange man, and... a lovely man. He won't be listening to this. I can guarantee you that. He saved my life. Loads of things. I can't get the feet on my new sofas. It's absolutely pathetic. It says there's holes for the screws to go in. There aren't. And this kind of stuff absolutely bothers me. Mate, I'm going to tell you one about next week. And if you come for next week's show, I'll tell you a story. That'll make your hair. Just everything I do goes wrong. I'm absolutely useless as a human being. Thank God there are podcasts, is all I can say. So look, we're going to crack straight on. We've got an amazing guest this week. He's from outer space. I didn't realise that when I booked him. I thought it was just a bloke in a stupid mask. But he's probably best known for his appearance on Great Spaceway Journeys with Count Binface, though that has not appeared on the planet Earth, that programme, so you probably won't have seen it. He's the artist formerly known as Lord Buckethead. Will you please welcome Count Binface, ladies and gentlemen? Count Binface, one way or the other. I don't know which way he's coming. Here he is. There he is. He's in his bin. Will he get Will he get to his chair is the first question. Hello, Count. Very good, well done.
Good evening, Richard. Good evening, humans.
We're going to do the whole thing like this, so buckle in.
It's worse for me, I guarantee it.
I'm sure it is. Yeah, we put you a mug there if you fancy a drink of water.
I get this a lot. I get fucking taunted from the start. Unbelievable.
So look, I just thought you were a bloke, standing for elections, dressed up in a funny costume. But I've read your autobiography. It's called What on Earth, and you are a space alien from outer space. Could you want to tell us a little bit about your origins? And you're quite old as well.
If I was a space alien not from outer space, it would be a poor start.
It would.
So yes, that's true. I'm from Sigma 9,
yes.
In the Sigma Quadrant,
yes.
Leader of the Recyclons, and yes, it's easy to find us. You know Orion, the constellation. You got Orion's belt. Well, just underneath there, you got Orion's flies. Just aim for that. Couple of hours at hyperspeed and you find us. It's a lovely spot, and I come here on my holidays.
So what made? I mean, look, you over the last few years, you've stood in many Earth elections and UK elections. Why would you come to the UK to stand in an election?
Easy pickings. That's why.
Yes, fair enough. Well, what attracted you to try and stand for Parliament and as a mayor? In the UK, what was the impetus behind that?
Well, originally it was your year 2017, and I was on my holidays. I just quelled an insurrection in the Sigma Quadrant, and obviously, and I was just passing the Kuiper Belt, and I intercepted these strange transmissions coming from this peculiar little solar system, saying you were in dire need of some effective opposition, and I was at a loose end, and then I intercepted another transmission of this sort of strange sort of theme tune. And I thought I needed to get into this, and it turned out to be a program known as Lovejoy. And I thought, fuck me, this is brilliant. So together, those two twin sort of propulsions sent me to Earth, and and then I thought I'd get involved in democracy. Because did you know, Richard? There's only one planet in the entire cosmos using democracy.
Right.
But you've gone and thrown away the fucking instruction book. So you could do with someone to show you. For me, when I happen upon a planet using democracy, to try and put it into terms a human would understand, it's like when you see a branch of Wimpy. You know? You think, fuck me, is that still going? And it must have seen better days, but a bit of you still fancies a bite. And that's how I come about to democracy.
Well, I mean, you couldn't have come at a better time for someone like you, I think, to be here. We do seem to be in somewhat political chaos since you got here, and just slightly before you got here as well, I think.
Yeah, don't blame me. It's a correlation, not causation. Absolutely.
So
that's true. I was supposed to be. I sort of was happy to model myself as the novelty, exotic candidate, but then you have people like Liz Truss, and suddenly I'm slap bang in the centre. It wasn't planned. It's just that you guys are so shit.
Yeah. Excuse me if I talk over you. It's quite difficult to get the social cues from when you finish.
We've already had the social cue of you discussing your testicles, so I think
that's true.
It's fair game, surely.
It is fair game. I'm looking you in your eye slots. I hope that's where you. I hope you could.
Yes, not the testicles.
Yeah, good. Well, I don't. We'll get into testicles. We might get into your alien testicles later. So the first election you stood in was that against Theresa May? Was that your first one?
That's right, yes. Confusingly, because I ran under another name in that instance. I was, that time, I was sort of branding myself by another title. Because what happened was, I thought, if I just come down to planet Earth and stand in an election as Count Binface, you guys will get freaked out. So I thought I need a disguise. And I discovered that about 25 years earlier, some human had this idea to get into a costume. And he dressed up as Lord Buckethead. And this baronetcy had lain dormant for a quarter of a century. So I know, I'll disguise myself as Lord Buckethead, and that way Theresa May will treat me with decorum and respect. And so it proved.
Yes. I mean, she didn't have a very good election overall. She did win the seat, I think, and on that occasion. And you got 249 votes, which isn't too shabby.
No, for a first go, I was pretty good. It was already a sort of Buckethead record. And yeah, she only beat me by a mere 20-odd thousand votes. Yeah. But she may have won the Democratic war. I won the Democratic peace. Because where is she now? Nobody knows. Does anyone even remember her now? No, of course not. She's gone in the blink of an eye, and I'm still here.
Yeah, there's been quite a few prime ministers. It is difficult to quite remember them all.
Like Doctor Who's, isn't it? They just keep on.
Was he one? I don't remember him being prime minister. Oh, I see.
It's quite good. Yeah.
And so you must have thought after that one, oh well, I'll go back home. There won't be another election for a good long while. But you managed to get in quite a few in the last 7 or 8 years.
Well, yes, it's your problem because your entire system collapsed. And each time I think, oh, well, I can go home back to Sigma 9 and get on with the day job. And then, hey, presto, you detonate your democracy again. And so I come back. So the next one was 2019.
Yeah.
When I took on the blonde bombshell himself, Boris Johnson, in Uxbridge and South Ruislip. And do you know how I did?
I do. You got 69 votes.
The magic number. That's right.
I mean, I think if someone gets 69 votes, there should be a little clause. Because it's very difficult to
immediately win the seat.
Yeah, you just immediately win for getting 69.
Well, yes, I can say I scored a surprising 69 with Boris in an Uxbridge sports hall on Friday the 13th under a full moon. And I'd love to say I'm the first life form to experience that, but with Boris, you just don't know.
There's no way of knowing. There's no way of knowing. And well, there's been several elections. Was the Mayor of London next, or was I'm so confused about when the next. I can't remember which elections away. You must have done the Mayor of London next, was it?
Yes, it was the first time I ran to be Mayor of the Earth capital, where we are sitting now, 2021, when it was kind of lockdown. Yes. And so I ran the entire campaign from my starship. I was an early adopter on the mask front, I hope you understand. And I was obeying social distancing because we were all told in the cosmos to stay at least one planet away from Earth. So I was, but it worked. And I came 9th out of 20 candidates.
That's good.
Not bad. 24,000 first choice, 92,000 votes overall. And I beat UKIP and Jeremy Corbyn's even madder brother. So happy day.
I mean, it's sort of terrifying that you got that many votes, but it is, but also wonderful. And we should talk about what I love about your manifesto and your policies. There's some very specific ones in there, and then there's some broader ones that I think that make quite a lot of sense. Do you want to tell us some of your favourite promises that if you are elected, the things that will happen?
Absolutely, of course I do. As if your listeners.
The croissant is Dave.
If someone's already said, there you go. You see, I can say that. I go around the nation now. I'm on a tour, and I can say, can anyone sum up Binface economic policies in one word? And there it is, croissants. That's right, everyone. I pledge to price cap all croissants at £1.10. You see, it was £1,
yeah.
But then Liz Truss blew up your economy, and I'm not stupid. You see? But the amazing thing is, since then, during the election, because the BBC has to do, well, they say they do, give equal credit to each party, they actually had to analyse my policies on Radio 4. And they got a professor in from a university who had to admit that my price capping appeared to have worked in at least 3 British supermarkets. So I've saved you more money than the last 2 governments put together.
That's true. I like making sure that Wi-Fi on trains actually works. That's
yes, but allied to that, in the small print, is an auxiliary policy,
yeah.
Richard. Trains that work.
Yeah, trains that work would be good too.
And you can add to that the nationalisation of the model railways. Because Hornby have been creaming off the profits for far too long. Running it into the ground, they've been.
You're quite obsessed with hand dryers being placed in the right place in pubs. I think
one in particular.
In the Crown and Treaty pub, is that the word?
The Crown and Treaty in Uxbridge, that hand dryer must be moved. Must be moved to a more sensible position.
What position? For those who don't know, haven't been into the gents there, which is probably half the population.
Well, it's a death trap, Richard.
Right, okay.
You could put two and two together, you know. And it's very inconvenient for anyone using the urinal at that point.
Okay.
And,
it blows across the space to the urinal. Is that what happens?
Yes. I would suggest whether you have 1, 2, or 0 testicles, it's going to hurt.
Okay.
And I want you to know that I don't just say this stuff, right? I ran against Rishi Sunak in the summer 2024.
Yep.
And I put it in my manifesto there in North Yorkshire.
Right.
Because that's how much I believe in it. And I've even gone to the Crown and Treaty in Uxbridge and signed a treaty with the Crown and Treaty. In the Crown and Treaty, it's galactically binding. When I am elected, they will move the dryer.
Right.
That's democracy, people.
They're not going to move it until you're elected, though.
That's up to them. They want to curry favour, they might do. Maybe Keir will get there before me. Depends if there's an Arsenal ticket in there for him.
Ceefax is a big part of your campaign. The return of Ceefax.
Absolutely.
What do you like about Ceefax so much? Why is
what
that
is
so
there
important?
not to like about
That's
Ceefax?
true.
Did you like Ceefax? Yeah. You see?
Yeah. Wasn't that? There's 300 people here. That was about 12 people.
Bollocks. Did you like Ceefax? Yeah. Eat that, herring. Even weirder, get this. Who just cheered and has never seen Ceefax in their life? Yeah. You see? Humans are weird.
They want to see it.
But you remember, it was this beautiful, blocky news service, but more to the point, humans. I've done my research. It was unhackable, untrollable, unmuskable, and late at night it even came with a lovely lilting soundtrack of Muzak, like in a lift. What's not to like?
I like Ceefax. We used to watch the football scores on Ceefax going on a Saturday afternoon. That was how we spent our time in the 80s. I found out that Kurt Cobain had died on Ceefax. That sort of dates Ceefax a little bit.
Yes, but that's a fact, you see.
Yeah.
It was actually seeing facts. You try and see something like that on social media,
yeah.
It would probably tell you right now that Kurt Cobain had a difficult dance on Saturday night with Katya. It's all messed up, you see. It's disinformation, misinformation. But I've got some news I'm very happy to impart to you. I can reveal an exclusive, although unfortunately due to the scheduling of this podcast, it won't be an exclusive when this goes out. But to all of you, I got the news from the BBC on Friday. It's official. They have commissioned me to bring back Ceefax. It's a small catch. It's on the radio. But it's a start, and it's a manifesto commitment achieved. So there you go.
It's good.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
I can't wait to find out how you managed that whilst inside a bin.
That's not the only thing I struggle with in a bin, I can tell you that.
Look, I love the as you say, you took on Sunak 300. So you did that badly against Boris Johnson. The people of Ruislip and Uxbridge were not.
Did you say badly? 69.
Well, compared to all your other results.
Well, weirdly, actually, if we're going to get into this, because at that election, I didn't just take on Boris. I was also taking on a fake Lord Buckethead. Can you believe this? I'd respawned in my true guise. I'm the only politician in history to feel better after kicking the bucket. And then I took on this fake Buckethead, and if you add our scores together, you get almost exactly the same I get in Maidenhead. It's uncanny.
Okay, so the fake Buckethead beat you.
Yeah, let's move on from that.
Okay. So the bucket was more popular than the bin. That has to be said.
They thought it was me. That's the problem.
I know, of course. Yeah. I mean, it's very confusing.
It's the dirty world, novelty politics. I'm not even kidding. I've had the Americans and the Chinese on my case. I've only been here 7 years.
It's been a very big controversy over the Buckethead thing. It's very exciting, but never mind. And then what I liked about the last time, well, you got 308 against Richie Sunak. As I
Rishi,
call him.
get it?
I like calling him Richie. Richie Sunak.
Well, you call him Richie now axed. That would be better.
Yeah, Richie Cunningham. That's who I think of when I think of him. But London Mayor, the second time around, about the same number of votes, but you beat Britain First.
Yes, I got 24,000 votes, and the fascists got 20,000. So thanks to people like the good citizens in this audience right now, we literally proved that there is no place for fascism in the United Kingdom. How nice is that?
It's good.
I get a bigger cheer than that usually on tour, which means you've got some fascists in your audience.
It's mainly fascists, but there's a lot of people going, no, that's not.
I think what happened is because you used to dress up in a Hitler moustache.
I did.
I think some people got the wrong idea.
I did. And now I've got one ball as well, and so, they love it.
Stay the fuck out of the Sudetenland.
My favourite thing... My favourite thing about you beating Britain First was that Britain First then kind of got into an argument about whether you'd really beaten them, which showed how much you'd got under their skin, because anyone else would just have ignored it. They went, no, if you take into account assembly votes, we did beat it.
That's right, and it took Jeremy Vine on Channel 5 to point this out, that, yes, they were adding all these other votes in to try and say, no, that the left-wing media were in a tailspin claiming that they'd lost to Binface, when they quite literally did, and they were highlighting just how shit they are, and that they can't even count.
So look, it's been not so. You haven't so far been elected, but
all right.
But I mean, it takes time. It took Nigel Farage a long time, and he's finally got there.
Let's not do too much on the comparisons there, please.
So you never. Well, the thing with you've generally stood against the incumbent prime minister,
yes,
which is a very hard one to win. Nigel Farage just went to the place where there were the most stupid people, and he got voted in, didn't he? So it's. And so that might be something you should think about. Maybe where people are more concerned about bins. I mean, it is the main thing. I'm more concerned about bins than anything else. Or is that offensive to your people?
I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. You're saying I should either go to the place where bins are an issue, or there just are lots of stupid people. What are you saying? Both bins and stupidity. Where would that be? Birmingham? No. No, I take that back. They were lovely.
That's fair. They're lovely in Birmingham. There's a lot of problems up there, so I think Birmingham might be a good place to go because the council's bust, isn't it? So
that's it. You see, bust councils. I think you're onto something there. In fact, there is a bankrupt council in London, which I've got my visor on. Closer to home, Croydon. Anyone from Croydon in? Yes, your mayor. What do you think of him? Exactly. Do you even know who he is? Yes, you see. And yet, to run for mayor, his name's Jason Perry. He's a Conservative, and by all accounts, he is rubbish. And rubbish is kind of my thing. So I think 2026, I could announce here and now a springboard. Guys, I might target the mayoralty of Croydon. Why? Because it's sort of big, but also shit enough that I might actually win. The sweet spot.
I think it's true. I think that's true. There's a couple of things. You told me how much it costs to enter all the different races, which is quite interesting. So for an MP, it's like £500 that you've got to put down.
Yeah, it's bargain to run for MP. I highly recommend it.
Which you've never got your money. You have to get a certain number of votes to get them. 10% is it to get the money back?
Stop kicking me where it hurts,
Harry. No, I'm just saying. So it's costing you money. Mayor of London, how much is that?
That is, believe it or not, a cool 10 grand.
Right.
And I crowdfunded that, though, you see, with help from humanity. And I'll come clean. I was struggling to get 10,000 Earth credits. And then what I did, I thought, I need to sort of change the tone. So I did a musical parody video to the tune of You To Me Are Everything by The Real Thing. Changed the lyrics. Put that online. Emily Maitlis retweeted it. 10 grand one day. Easy. best thing is, Emily Maitlis then told me she hates that song. Until I did it. So, and that's what did it. So I think music is the key, maybe not to your heart, but to your votes.
Okay, that's good. Good to have Emily Maitlis on side, just in case.
Well, she gets films made these days, you see.
How much is it to become Mayor of Croydon? I mean, not to become, but to stand
that's not democracy.
It can't be much more than it costs to enter the race to become Mayor of Croydon.
Well, this is the thing. You'd think if it's 500 quid to be a British Member of Parliament, to run for Mayor of Croydon should be approximately £3.50. But it's actually £5,000. Can you? Exactly. And I wonder whether I can actually morally ask humans for that much money to run for Mayor of Croydon. The thing is, it's a bit like when to run for Mayor of London, it's £10,000 to get in the race. It's then another £10,000 to get in that booklet that Londoners get through that door. That's not free.
No.
And when I said, well, I can't ask Londoners to do that, I'd rather give the money away. They say certain candidates chose not to be in the brochure. That's not true. It's anti-democratic, Richard.
It's not what it's sort of bad.
Not funny, it's just a fact.
No, but it's true. But again, well, the stuff you do. I mean, look, there's a chance that you could get elected. Numbers are doing well, going up. I think the thing with your policies, that even the ones that are a bit that are maybe could be seen as humorous, are still very good ideas. But there's stuff in there. I mean, I think you were talking to me, and it's in the book about MPs' wages. You've got a good policy for that.
Yes, they should be tied to that of nurses for the next 100 years. How about that? Also, I pledge to build at least one affordable house. I've outstripped everyone else on that one. Claudia Winkleman's Fringe to be grade 1 listed. It's the only pure thing left on Strictly. London Bridge to be renamed after Phoebe Waller.
Yep.
And so it goes on.
But you see, with the MPs' wages, for example, that's a genuinely interesting policy. I think like a lot of people were retweeting your manifesto because they agreed with a lot of it. Okay, and it does, as you say, it's not like the MPs are going to drop their money. they've never voted to have less money, so it would mean they'd have to raise the money for nurses. But it makes you consider the serious point of why are we paying certain people huge amounts of money and certain people not huge amounts of money, and who's providing a better service
and a harder job. Who can tell me that being an MP is harder than being an A&E nurse at Lewisham Hospital on a Saturday night?
No one.
And the only way to find out would be to let them do a job stop for a week. And let's see if Parliament improves. I mean, obviously the A&E unit wouldn't improve. Imagine Rees-Mogg cleaning up after... Actually, I'd like to see that. I'm liking this policy more and more. But it's about justice, isn't it? It's like when I say that water bosses should be forced to take a dip in British rivers to see how they like it.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll all die, but... That's their fault.
But if they did, it would solve the problem, because they would go, okay, we're going to have to clean this up so we don't die. So I think, but you're making very good points. I think there's a chance that you could get, if you choose wisely with the right election, you could get elected. If you are elected, say as Mayor of Croydon, would you see the term through? Would you keep this on all the time while you're doing it?
Who do you think I am, Boris Johnson? If I am elected, I will serve. That's the truth of it. And look, I mean, in the 2019 election, I stood in Uxbridge. Then in 2023, they had a by-election because, if you forgotten, Parliament had an inquiry and they found that Boris was officially a fucking liar.
Yes.
And he didn't even have the guts to stand in the by-election. Of the 13 candidates from 2019 who pledged to stand for the Parliament, only one bothered to come back. The alien shaped like a bin. So, these are just facts. I'm saying it as it is. And, I think it's important that we are true to democracy. But more important, though, democracy is wonderful, isn't it? The fact that we can even be having these discussions, fantastic, isn't it? That this country of yours does still allow pricks to stand for election no matter what their platform, no matter what they look like, and you can vote for whoever you want. And that's incredible. And I think the rest of the world, if there's one thing they look up to you for, That and maybe Adele, which is why I plan to nationalise her. She's just too good. Too much money. Bring her in. And put all that together, and I think you've got a recipe for success. So I'd like to think you're right. And it's just time will tell. I just need to play the long game.
I mean, but it does leave, by having that open policy, it does mean that there are just a lot of people who are just ridiculous joke candidates, which must annoy you when you see just people dressed up as Elmo or something. You must think.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Reform UK.
It is hard, like I guess when the Monster Raving Loony Party were doing this, they were standing against people who looked like sort of politicians and who looked like men in suits. And now it is difficult sometimes to spot who is the joke candidate and who's the real candidate.
Exactly, which is both a gift and a curse, right?
Yes.
And, the Monster Raving Loonies have a place. I mean, sometimes I see them on your social media liking, how should we say, questionable tweets by questionable people. You have to look into that yourself, although I would say Google an article by Jim Watson. Excellent. Anyway, move on. And but they still will turn up next to Rees-Mogg wearing a balaclava shaped like a load of baked beans. Bob's your uncle, and it makes him look like a brat. So there is a place for them.
Yes. But look, this is interesting, isn't it? This has led you to quite a lot of experiences outside of politics. You've sort of obviously there's been lots of articles about you, and you've appeared on sort of TV shows either as yourself or been mentioned. You went to John Oliver famously had you on his show in America. So I presume you can fly yourself in your flying saucer to America. So
yeah, it's not much of it's not as much of a thrill as it might be for a human. I just jump in the old Alboretto, and it was easy peasy. They did put me up in a 5-star hotel though.
Very
that was
nice.
nice. It did overlook Trump's though, so you had to take the rough with the smooth. But it was amazing seeing the Americans. I think they didn't know what had hit them, but they've been thinking that since 1776.
Well, again, the American politicians, maybe Trump hours. Oh, that was accidental. As being kind of more eccentric than our politicians in many cases at the moment. Yeah. So, there's so much to like appreciate. I think in the stuff you're saying. I like your idea of replacing the House of Lords. You had quite a good idea to replace the House of Lords.
Yes. Well, I mean. You need a second chamber, obviously, but it goes without saying that the House of Lords is, if it is still standing at the time that this goes out, is quite possibly the most corrupt second chamber in any democracy on your planet. And anyone here ashamed of the House of Lords? Yeah. There you go. It's a complete shit show. All you know, just look who's in there. Lord Botham. Lord Beefy Botham, Baron Evgeny Lebedev of Hampton and Siberia, and my dad's the KGB officer, but I'm all right governor. Baroness Charlotte Owen of In the Night Garden. The list goes on. Crazy. So anything would be better than that. And my idea is that for some reason humans, especially British humans, tend to find respect for individuals after they've failed. So, someone like John Major was seen as a bit of a hopeless case in the 1990s. Now people think, oh, what a wise grey owl. He was always grey, but now he's a wise grey owl. People like Ed Miliband, people a little bit nicer to him now than when he was in power. You could get together, all these people who are sort of noble second places, get together. I'm talking about, Jimmy White, Gareth Gates, Sam Ryder, Tim Henman, get them all in. I call it, because my formula is that failure multiplied by time equals respect. And so you could then put them all together in what I call the House of Losers. And I think they'd have some advice for the parliamentarians on what not to do.
Yes.
And there's a start.
That would be good. I think that could work. You are. I was going to ask you an emergency question that I think is quite important to ask you, and I don't know if this is easier or harder. Have you ever tried to suck? I don't know if you've got one. Have you ever tried to suck your own cock, and is it possible with that on your head? Because the mouth's sort of in a.
Is this your emergency or mine?
if you become Prime Minister, this will be on record. And
It's like this isn't enough entertainment. You now need to see me. Well, yeah, I mean, given that I can't suck anything, which is a limitation of this armour, that's not believable, not a possibility for me. I'm sorry to say, Richard.
Okay, and underneath that helmet, this helmet,
he's got them on the mind.
is what would, because in Star Wars, when Darth Vader takes his helmet off, it's quite disappointing. It's sort of a weird...
Yeah, exactly. You see this sort of horrible pale apparition of a life form, and everyone goes, "Oh no, is that what was under it?" Yeah, it's pretty similar.
Yeah,
you wouldn't. No one wants to see what's under this. I guarantee it.
On your home planet, would you walk around without the bin on, or is the bin always? Is it part of you? Is it like armor that you've grown like a turtle, or is it?
If you said that to a Mandalorian, he'd laser your face off. I don't. You're sort of mocking my tribe there.
I am.
In public, this is what you get. You get it. In private, I might have a lovely little. Sort of bubble bath, get the old space matey out, and massage the flesh, what counts as flesh. But we walk around Sigma 9 like this, and if you've got a problem with that, deal with me afterwards.
Okay. You say in the book that you lost your lid on one of the bridges of London. Is that true?
It is true. Yeah. Yes. This is actually the Mark II bid. The Mark III will be the nanobots, so I'm working on that. And in the meantime, when I ran for mayor in 2021, which was during COVID still, it was a curious time because to me, at any rate, it seemed that your city, your capital city, was overrun by young people who were the only people who seemed to not care about the virus. So it was like some horrible sort of 28 days later sequel going on. And I thought, this is quite curious. So after the election, I sort of walked over Tower Bridge, but it was very windy. And a gust blew my lid off. And it got run over by a car. It's a bit disrespectful. It ended up spinning in the road like at the end of Back to the Future. So I thought I'd better upgrade. So this is the old Mark II you've got here.
And that lid won't come off.
What now?
Yeah, so to speak.
This isn't the Masked Singer. You could chant all you want. Although I would like to go on that. Wouldn't that be great? They could get me in one of those giant furry costumes. Obviously, I'd win. And then at the end, I'd undress and it'd be me. ITV, come on.
So, but look, you've done a lot of things. You've done the book, which is fantastic, an audio book, which is must have been exciting to record for you. It's having to do that through. Did you have the bucket?
It was painful. Yes, it was painful.
Did you have the bucket? You must have had the bucket on during the record of the audio book.
No comment.
Look, you're doing Substack, which I've just started doing. How's Substack working out for you? Which is a place where you can do sort of slightly longer journalistic pieces.
I'm enjoying that. So my Substack, yes, I call it Count Binface Lifts the Lid. Figuratively, Richard.
Okay.
He's licking his lips, everyone. And, I thought partly it's a chance to sort of, go into more detail of my thoughts and analysis of all the shit show on planet Earth. But I also thought, well, if you look at what's happening to the social media platforms, I was very lucky. I mean, I got over approaching 200,000 followers on Twitter. Let's still call it that, for God's sake. And obviously the other one is Threads is owned by Zuckerberg. So these slightly unfortunate individuals sort of owning social media. So I thought I'd go elsewhere. I wanted to ask the question, is there anything better than X? Which I'm sure you're all asking. And so I bought the domain betterthanx.co.uk and slapped my Substack on that. So take that, Elon.
So people can follow, you can subscribe. There's, you can pay some money if you want, but also you can get lots of stuff for free on there extra.
Yeah, I do. So there's some free stuff. There's more if you want to be a sort of vanguard follower, and it's always helpful. And I've got a podcast as well. Who hasn't got a podcast, for God's sake?
Well, I was going to say there's some policies in the book about the podcast that I don't agree with. That you were talking about taxing 10% for every stand-up comedian on a podcast. That is...
For every podcast they do. So you'd be screwed. That might stop you doing that snooker one.
It might.
Possibly a relief for everyone.
Nothing can stop. Nothing can
Although, I'm a big snooker fan myself. But we have 3D snooker on Sigma 9 because the gravity's different. And it's a lot more complicated than the boring shit you do on a table.
Yeah, that is in 3 dimensions, I have to tell you.
What, you play on the Z-axis, do you? No, you don't.
Well, I'm standing up.
But you are in 3-dimensional space.
Well, I think the balls are technically 3-dimensional, otherwise they would just be...
But they're on a plane.
Flat. Not the way I play.
Ronnie O'Sullivan won't lose any sleep. But how does that go? Do you enjoy playing yourself at snooker?
I do. I love playing myself at snooker. You should.
Who wins?
I can't remember. It's been a while since I played. I think me two's ahead at the moment. So but it's we can't decide who's won until I die, and then the news will be revealed who the best player was. But I played some tournaments during lockdown, so different play. I've got 30. I think there's 40 different versions of myself now that potentially can play.
Does occasionally a qualifier herring come through?
Yeah, sometimes a new one comes through. I don't know if I've got one from outer space. Have I got an alien me? I don't think I have.
Well, if not, I'll say here and now. If you want a game of snooker, 2D or 3D, do you want a game?
Okay. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
We're gonna have a game of snooker, guys.
Yeah. I don't usually play against other people, but I reckon if someone's got a bin on their head, I've got a chance.
Trust me, if I beat you, you'll never play again. I played Antoine Decaune at pool, so this is just the next step up. Yeah. You weren't expecting that either, were you?
That's the beauty of this podcast. We get extra stuff. So you have been touring as well. You tour a whole show.
Yes, it's a whole night with me. Can you believe that?
I can believe it because you've got a lot to say.
I do. Absolutely. Well, I've got 5,000 odd years of space travel and a few years on Earth. It's called Bindependence Day. And I've been taking it around the UK. I thought, if I'm going to try and rule you guys, I should at least get to know the humans. So I've been to Cardiff, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Sheffield, Leeds, Birmingham, all over the place. Yeah. And very excited that in the end of October, I'll be visiting mighty Croydon. So by the time this goes out, you'll know if I've been carrying favour with those Southerners and if my route to mayor has been established.
I think you've got a shot. I honestly think you've got a shot at Mayor of Croydon.
You've got a shot at Mayor of Croydon.
I've got a shot. I don't know if I want to be Mayor of Croydon. So it's a bit of a commute for me now from where I live. But it was when I lived in Balham, it would have been perfect. I could have been Mayor of Croydon and then got out of Croydon. It wouldn't have been too far away. So that's you've got a fantastic website where you can find out all about where you're gigging. So hopefully there'll be more gigs in 2025 that people can go and see. The book is fantastic as well. The podcast, as you say, is the podcast ongoing? Is that something you do just during political campaigns, or is that I know you talk to different personalities.
Yes, no, it's the plan's to keep it going. You know, it's a chance for me to sort of try and get to know humans and work out what makes you all tick. I've had some great guests. I've had Alice Roberts, Ian Hislop, Stuart Lee. Heard of him?
They can't all be good.
No. But I would invite you on to
I would love to come.
There
on
we go, a reciprocal pod. And the next one. This will be out by the time this goes up, but I got a plan. We're talking in October 2024, and I've got this policy. Tell me if you guys in the crowd enjoy this. I say that all shops that play Christmas music before December should be closed down and turned into public libraries. Yes. Again, it's that weird applause when you think, is this actually a real conference? And to that end, I got a guest on, the musical comedian Mitch Benn.
Oh, excellent, yes.
And we've hatched a plan to write together a Christmas single to be Christmas #1. If Lad Baby can do it, anyone can do it. And there won't be a sausage roll in sight, I guarantee it.
Yeah, that could happen. I mean, Cunt and the gang did pretty well with their Christmas. So all you got to do is put out lots of different versions of the same song, and you can get into the top 20 or top 30.
Or write something good.
Oh, write something good.
Two ways.
That doesn't necessarily follow. Remember, Shut Up or Your Face kept Vienna off #1. So it isn't. Sometimes it could be something really bad that'll get you there. But in the book as well, I mean, you talk about the past and the future of British politics. It's sort of ripe for satire, especially now. But you can see into the future. I was going to ask you if you had a finger that could travel through time, what would you do with it? But you can travel through time. You've seen the future already, it seems.
Well, I could travel through time. I did have a time machine, but I lost it.
Okay.
Which is annoying because the one piece of kit you'd want to re-find a time machine is a fucking time machine. But I remember bits and bobs, and I talk about them in the show, so I don't want to do too many spoilers, except to say in the 2040s, something really good is going to happen, and in the 2050s, something really bad is going to happen. And it makes Liz Truss look like, well, what she is, a fucking disaster.
Well, that's good. So if you had a finger that could travel through time now, where would you send your? Do you have fingers? You do have fingers.
Where would I send a finger?
Yeah, if you could use your finger to change something in the past or the future. I like the fact you look at the audience there. I like the little aside look.
What a stupid question.
There are some. I've got some
Who
stupid
would
questions.
time travel a finger?
Well, sometimes if that's all you can time travel, you got to make the best.
Well,
of what
the
you've got.
AI in Terminator sent back a full Arnold Schwarzenegger, not just a single bit of him.
Might have done better with just a finger, mightn't it? That would have been a
It would
surprise.
have been harder to track, yes.
Yeah, no one would have expected that coming at them, would they? A little finger. When you see Arnold Schwarzenegger coming, you think I better run away. But if it's just a finger, you go. That's
Write
not
it
gonna
down,
happen.
pitch it now.
Okay, I'll give it a go. Well, look, we've there's lots of things coming up. Clearly, it seems like this is going to run and run, and you're going to run and run in elections.
I prefer stand because running in this thing is difficult. Yes.
But do you think there's going to be a bit more stability in British politics for the next few years, or it hasn't started well for the Labour Party?
No, it's funny, isn't it? It's almost like if you run for election without the first idea of what you're going to do in power, it might go a bit south quite quickly. Just putting it out there. They literally can't do worse.
No.
Than the last lot, who had 14 years. And I genuinely think, whether you like New Labour, whether you even like, the Tories of the 80s and the 90s, whatever, it's only really the 2010 to 2024 government where you could say, is there anything that's better about Britain now than when they took over? And the answer is no, nothing at all. They completely fucked it. So next to that, they've got a chance. But it'd be nice to see some actual policies and to maybe not freeze quite so many old people. Just putting it out there. My policies are quite sort of kind to the elderly, relatively.
Yeah.
I'd say do keep the winter fuel payment. I simply say that it'd be great to have the vote extended to 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
And I would also cap it at 80. Let them have the TV licenses and all that, but, they caused Brexit.
Yeah.
And a large proportion of them are now, statistically, dead. So I'm just saying, careful who you listen to.
Yeah, well, but again, I think that's a sensible policy. I think I genuinely think that's correct. I think 16-year-olds should be allowed to vote because they're allowed to work and they're allowed to do everything else. And, there comes a point where we should retire the electorate from the tough decisions we have to make. Because I'm not even 60 and I can't remember what I did yesterday. So I think 80 might be too old, to be honest. I think maybe 40.
Cap it at 40?
Yeah.
Wow,
sort of
okay.
Logan's run it, that's what I say. I'm not saying we should kill everyone over 40. Not everyone.
There's that moustache line coming back, you see. The real reason he could.
I'm a little bit harsher. And the Tory party, I don't think are going to be... They've sort of... Again, it's sort of beyond parody, the Tory leadership. We don't know at the point in October which of the two identical candidates identically right-wing candidates will be the leader. But James cleverly lived up to his name.
Yes, I mean, the Cleverly campaign is the greatest oxymoron of the year, isn't it? Fantastic that they're defenestrating themselves. Although, of course, each time they do that, Boris Johnson is rubbing all parts of himself with glee because he thinks he can come back. And the idea that anyone's giving him airtime, obviously except Laura Kuenssberg because she texted him her nuts. Whoops! How did that happen? It's incredible that it's just like Trump coming back. Surely you've got 8 billion humans on this planet. If these people get the chance for a second go, let alone a first, it says that you basically deserve everything that's coming to you.
Yeah.
And that's why I think I got a chance, you see.
I think it gives everyone hope. If you try enough times, I think people will just go, okay. It literally can't be worse. I just genuinely think it can't be worse. I think nearly everything you say, even in jest, is better than... it sort of genuinely does feel like politics needs a reboot, which may happen when, we're all turned into sort of radioactive material and have to start again. That might be the reboot that politics has. But it feels like we need someone to come in and who isn't crazy or wearing a bin on their head.
Who isn't doing that?
Who isn't doing that?
Damn it. Thing is, you see, that's it. Every generation thinks it can't get any worse. And on Sigma 9, we invented this thing called the ironoscope, which actually it can detect and measure irony. And we caught a transmission, it came from your 1997 of things can only get better, and it exploded. Because how little you knew.
Yeah. Again, I think you make a very good point, and I sort of agree with this, that the course of history within the UK at least turned on Ed Miliband eating that bacon sandwich. You make a very good point about this in the book. I think genuinely the Labour election where Ed Miliband beat David Miliband maybe did enough to change the course of the UK. But you make a good point about it being the bacon sandwich that changed everything. But
you're right. That is weird, though, isn't it? Yeah. That imagine, have you got a sibling?
I do. Yeah.
Younger?
Brother. I've got an older brother and an older sister.
Okay, so you're the Ed in this scenario.
I am there.
So imagine for them, guys, if you had a younger sibling who followed you to the same university, to the same bit of the university.
That's what I did. I did that with my brother, actually.
Yes, right. Did you do this and then did the same course?
No, we didn't do the same course.
Okay, then did the same course. And then afterwards, you go and get a job, the job you've always wanted, and then your sibling goes and gets exactly the same job in the same business and follows you for another 20 years until you get a chance to go for your dream job and they run against you. You have to be so messed up in the head to do that. And that's before we talk about the fact he looks like a reject from Aardman Animations. It's very strange, but as you said, the butterfly wing moment when your entire history went mad. I say what happened is that it's all in my book, but that was out a few years ago, so I'll just spill the beans. So what happened was, at your opening ceremony of the Olympics, which everyone says was a wonderful show, there was a strange moment where Tim Berners-Lee popped up, tapping away on a computer, and he types this phrase that goes around the stadium. Do you remember it said these 4 words, "This is for everyone," which apparently is what he said when he invented the web. But that's all about how you say it, isn't it? It could sound lovely. This is for everyone. Or maybe it's a supervillain going, "This is for everyone." Presses return on his computer and he opened up a wormhole in the space-time continuum. All it needed was an axe that would send your politics hurtling off in the wrong direction, like Indiana Jones on the minecart. And that was Ed Miliband attempting to eat a bacon sandwich. And from there on, that's why Cameron beat him. Yeah. And then he had to have Brexit, and the rest is your shitty history.
Well, it is true. It's hard to believe where this country has gone since 2012, when it felt like there was some hope.
All those NHS nurses, do you remember that? Or the doctors and nurses cavorting around those hospital beds, goading Mother Nature into creating a horrible virus to come and kill everyone.
There was an element of hubris there that we did, so we maybe deserved it. But hopefully, you'll come to power and you'll sort everything out for us before returning to your home planet.
That's the plan.
Okay, that'd be good. Do check out the podcast. Do check out the tour. Do check out his website and book as well. Loads of fantastic stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the amazing Count Binface. Thank you very much. Come back next week for more. You have been listening to RHLSTP with me, Richard Herring, and my guest, Count Binface. Thank you to Scamp Regard for performing this music. I'm indebted to my producer, Ben Walker. Also, of course, to Chris Evans, not that one, Ben Evans, not that one, and everyone at the Leicester Square Theatre, and George, who's now my only person on the crew. It's a sad time. Happy birthday to him, though, for today, on the day of record. It's probably not his birthday the day you're listening to it. That seems unlikely. This is a Skype Toto Fuss and GoFasterStrike.com production.